What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies podcast. I'm Mr. Cincinnati, and as always, I'm joined by the podcast dad, Choops. How you doing? We had a bit of a long weekend. You looking well? How are you?
It was a long weekend, yes. Lots of thinking with the 3 days in a row of cookouts. So, yeah, I'm full,
Nice.
but wasn't ready for today. I think you kind of said the same thing. The weekend caught up to me a little bit, and real life is back. So, yay.
You know what? And that's okay because we are back at it. It is a brand new weekend. It's a busy week at that, too. We got a lot of wrestling that we're going to be talking about this week, and we are so happy that you can join us this evening. As always, you can find us on X and TikTok at Junkies Pod. You can like us on Facebook, find us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod, but most importantly, subscribe to that YouTube channel, Podcast Dad. We're still sitting at 486, so close to 500. What should our friends do?
Just tell one person. I told the guy at Jimmy John's before I got on today that, hey, subscribe to my podcast. So, there we go. I did my job today.
Yeah.
You guys do yours.
It's super easy. Tell one person. Does not matter who. Help us to spread the movement of the Wrestling Junkies. We like to have a lot of fun around here, I'd like to think. And, we do some pretty cool stuff around here, I'd say.
Sometimes. Stay tuned for tomorrow. There's going to be some really fun stuff tomorrow.
And you can also show some love to our friends at the Main Event Wrestling Network at mainevent_net on all social media platforms. We talked to some of the OTM boys. It sounds like they may be lining up a pretty big interview, it sounds like, and we're happy for them.
It might be trouble, too.
That's what the streets are talking. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Always. Podcast Dad, we are just 11 days away from SCI. Tickets are still on sale at scitickets.com. The premier tournament in the southeastern United States with the likes of Cruel, Channing Thomas, Tim Bosby. We've got Jameson Shook, Jaden Newman. It's a stacked.
Did you list Tim Bosby third? Card. You know he's going to get you, right?
Okay, I don't care.
He's going to get you. He's going to get you.
And say what?
He might just suplex you.
Okay.
Actually, Tim, if you check this out a little bit later, there's $100 in your hand if you suplex Mr. Cincinnati.
Well, you heard him, Bosby. Let's see what you got. You know what? I think it's time to talk about wrestling. That's what we do here. We talk about it. Okay.
We've been talking about wrestling.
Okay. Well, now you're volunteering me to
also shout out.
Where are my manners? Of course. GorillaPressApparel.BigCartel.com. Trivia Tuesday. Our first one is in the books. Congratulations to Josh at Rope Break Media. He is our winner of the Trivia Tuesday contest for this past week. Congratulations, Josh. We will be sending you a promo code that you can enjoy across this website, including our WrestleSlips t-shirt. Thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of that contest. And be on the lookout for tomorrow's episode, where we will have a brand new Trivia Tuesday, and we will be picking another winner for an awesome prize from our friends at Gorilla Press Apparel.
Awesome. Such nice guys there. Please support them.
1000%. Podcast Dad, like we said off rip, busy week ahead. We have got 3 WWE shows and All In. There was a lot to talk about here. I feel like we have to kind of start here with Evolution because we're hearing that ticket sales are not great currently compared to what Saturday Night's Main Event has. Approximately less than half of what's been sold for Saturday is what we're looking at for Evolution this weekend. I think that we can probably both agree on this. It's probably a bad idea to try to do 3 shows against AEW this weekend.
Well, it's also a bad idea to not build Evolution until the week of. So let's be honest. We can be honest here. This build to Evolution sucked.
Yeah. And not
everything kind of feels thrown together.
That's because it is. And again, I will give some of that. I'll attribute some of that to the Liv Morgan injury. I said some. I'm not doing all of it. I'm not saying all of it. I'm just saying there is some of that. But I agree with you that this does seem to be an afterthought for WWE, which is unfortunate because they have the best women's division in the world right now and can do any number of dream matches. But it just kind of seems like they're just resting on laurels at this point.
All right, let's look at this card real quick.
Sure.
So JC Jane taking on Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship. Okay, there's a story there at least. I guess.
I mean,
Io
it's
and
no
Rhea.
other build for the NXT Women's Championship. I mean,
That's
if
fair.
it wasn't on this card, it'd be on Great American Bash.
Io and Rhea, which just kind of feels okay, like they needed something for these two to do.
From a canon sense, it does not make sense for Io to say, I want to face Rhea, who you've already beaten several times this year, including in what some people will probably call match of the year at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not great. Raquel and Roxanne defend the tag championships in a 4-way tag. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte, and then 2 other teams, TBD. Again, it's the week of. We don't have these other teams yet. Like, what are we waiting on? Like,
there's big December to Dismember energy when we talk about this card.
You have a battle royal for the Women's World Championship match at Clash in Paris. There are no participants announced. Again, do something. Tiffany and Trish, which came out of nowhere for the WWE champion. Like, okay, like that's a match that you should build, I would think.
Yeah, right? that would be I mean, if Queen of the Ring story was not a thing, save that for SummerSlam.
Yeah. Jade and Naomi in a no holds barred, which kind of feels, I don't want to say forced, but I don't know. Like, it just kind of, I thought the match at Mania was it. I didn't want to see them lock up as of right now, but here we are. Like, this is not the blow off. This is not where I want the blow off to be.
And here's the thing: I don't think that this is the blow off.
I don't think it is. So
if I had my way, because you already know what it is I want to see out of this.
Yeah, she's gonna cash in on Jade.
Well, not just that. Give these two the Hell in a Cell program this year.
Oh.
This is the most consistent storyline that this women's division has seen since November. And much like we saw at Punk and Drew, where they just continue to antagonize each other, there is only one way for this story to end. And they're going to have to beat the brakes off of each other. This is just the beginning. I like that we're getting this one-on-one because I did say I wanted to see Hell in a Cell at Evolution just because this is a story that deserves that stipulation. But No Holds Barred at least gets us in that direction because we know that as long as Naomi has the briefcase and Jade's still Queen in the Ring and still looking at Tiffany, Naomi's waiting in the wings. So even if there is only one match between these two for the Women's Championship, depending on how the Money in the Bank briefcase situation plays itself out, let them end it inside the cell.
And then Becky defends against Bayley and Lyra in a triple threat, which I'm excited for that match.
This build has been good. Yes.
I'm excited for the match. I wish it was on SummerSlam.
Sure.
Again, because this just kind of feels a little bit like an afterthought.
Yeah.
And then this takes place on Sunday at 7. Okay.
Yes. So. One thing I do want to point out, just because you did read off the list, the list of matches and how many have names participants to be determined. I was not clamoring for her return, but I do think it's pretty crummy that you've still not found anything for Nikki Bella to do, even though the Liv Morgan injury has happened.
She's going to be in the tag match with Brie.
Could be.
Which, okay. Okay. Or she's in the Battle Royal. There you go.
I'm just saying that they announce it. At least take advantage of the fact that you brought her back to TV. You were very clearly setting up her involvement in this card. It's not a surprise.
No.
So that's why it's like use what star power you do have and use what you feel can sell a show. And yeah, it's just giving. I did my book report on the school bus on the way to school. Not that I ever did that.
I mean, that's a little bit of it. It kind of seems like, yeah, they have a lot going on to counter program AEW. So,
yeah,
the first Evolution felt so big, and this one just does not. It seems like they had to kind of check the box thing, like what you just said. So,
which is super shitty because they announced this in May.
Yeah, am I still going to watch it? Of course I am, but
yeah,
I'm not as hyped as I was for the first one. So
yeah, which is unfortunate because again, when you look at the caliber of talent that they have across Raw, SmackDown, NXT, TNA, and AAA available at
they could have done
disposal,
so much more. They could have done.
They put more into the joint Worlds Collide, and even that build you can argue was not as thorough as it could have been to really get people interested in this new acquisition.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough. I want this show to go very well. I think it'll be a good show. I'm not excited for it. And I hate to say that. I'm not excited for it.
Do better, Papa H, please.
I had this conversation. I had this conversation over the weekend with a mutual friend of ours, Scott Horn. I don't know how much blame at this point I want to put on Triple H because, man, he's answering to I think he's just answering to a higher up now. Like it's tough. Like I don't know how much control he truly has with what TKO is doing. So yes, some of the blame does fall on him, of course, but I don't think we'll ever know, like, oh, this is kind of his fault. So, I'm not sure. Yeah. Do you want to talk about Saturday night's main event real quick as well, or did you want to talk?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we can talk
a little bit about matches announced so far.
Yeah, I mean, we already know one of them, and I don't want it, but
so Gunther and Goldberg.
Yeah. Next.
LA Knight, Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
And then Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre.
All matches that
feel hollow.
They feel hollow, but had we have these
good
about 25 days from now, they'd be better.
Well, 2 of them, yes. I don't want to see Goldberg at all.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yes, okay, that's fine. I'm saying, yes, of those 3, yes.
Like I have no interest. I know everybody's, it's gonna be the final match. It's gonna be great. It's not. It's not.
Same people cheering for Goldberg's return and the same people that are, giving Nikki Bella shit for coming back.
And look, I'll be consistent. I don't want either of them back. So I don't I don't need it. I don't need it. There's so many more better. I mean, you could have done, and I can't believe I'm gonna say it. You could have done this with Jey Uso. Like, give me that final Jey Uso Gunther match. Like, that could have been a Hell in a Cell. I think that would warrant the feud that they've had. That would. How many people have beaten Gunther in the last 5 years?
Not many. I mean, I give you that. Not many, and certainly not many that do it more than once in the same calendar year, for sure. And
then for him to beat him at Mania, after he bloodied up his brother, and then come back and beat him on a Raw, why don't they do the blow-off at Saturday Night's Main Event? Like, I don't think Jey Uso would win, but, like, I think Jey Uso has earned that right to get his rematch, which I don't think he's going to get. Probably not. I think we both knew that the second he lost. Yeah, well, why can't you give it to him at Saturday Night's Main Event? Like, what is that? What harm is that going to do? But we have to have Goldberg. This Goldberg thing doesn't need to be for the title. I agree with you that it doesn't, but very clearly, again, like you've so eloquently pointed out, that there are other people that are probably having a say or giving some input as to what should be there. Of course, this match didn't need the title with it, but it's as much as I was annoyed with Jey Uso losing the title here, I'm happy that we're getting this on Saturday Night's Main Event as opposed to SummerSlam. All right, give me the percentage of Goldberg winning. I don't think they're that fucking stupid. I don't think that they are. What's the percentage? You don't think that, but what do you think the percentage is? Because I'll give you mine, and it's high. I'm just going to conservatively say 10%. Quite honestly, I think it's 50-50. With Rollins having the briefcase, being on the same show, this being Goldberg's retirement match, so you could give him that send-off and then have Rollins ruin it. There is a world, and I don't think it's crazy to say that might happen. You could see it happen. You 100% could see it happen. I know. But, like, where does Rollins cash in right now? We know Triple H is not a fan of the Money in the Bank concept at all. He's not cashing in on Cena.
No, I just think that I know that he hates it, but I feel like he's still got to find a way to be creative with it.
Yeah, but if Gunther's having it, like, who are you going to cash in on? You're not going to cash in on him. You have 2 heel champions. You're not going to see a heel Money in the Bank cash in on a heel champion. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen.
I don't know. I've not gotten that far in the logic yet.
I'm telling you, I think we're at 50-50 at this point.
Let us know what you guys think in the comments, and always subscribe to our YouTube channel.
It's worrisome.
All right, can we talk about something a little bit more pleasant?
Whatever you want. You're the host.
We're the hosts, but whatever.
Yep.
So
we're the tag team champions.
We are the tag team champions. SmackDown was really fun. I did enjoy last week. I like this new. There's this aura about Jade Cargill with the Queen of the Ring. The crown, the presentation. Like, there's just something about that I really enjoy. Wyatt Six got a big win, which I'll take just because I don't know. I'm still excited about them. I like when they're on TV, and it sucks when they're not. So I'm gonna,
I think.
How about this? What made you smile about wrestling this week? Because it's been a pretty Debbie Downer kind of a start to.
I really like the idea of Aleister Black and Damian Priest feuding.
I do too.
I think that could be something a lot of fun. That could maybe lead to a partnership, which I wouldn't hate either.
Yeah. That would be a lot of fun, I think.
I like Andrade and Rey Fenix together.
I do too. It may not be.
They were drowning singles stars. You cannot tell me they weren't.
No, I agree.
And now they both have something, because Penta doesn't need to be in a tag team anytime soon.
He does not. No.
And this gives Andrade and Rey Fenix something to do. It's like Ray and Eddie almost.
Yeah. They can become a fan favorite tag team, so that way, in the event it is time for Penta to go dark, Rey Fenix goes right along with them. So yeah, it's a chance to keep these guys on TV. And as much as I don't always care for nothing to do with them, let's just make them a tag team. This works here.
This works because they have history.
Yeah. And Berto and Angel with the AAA Tag Championships. Like,
yeah.
There's a story.
There's a story literally right there. Right there.
Yeah.
So, what else did I like? Hold on. Oh, wrestling. I mean, I like the idea of LA Knight and Seth Rollins kind of feuding at the moment.
Yeah.
Because I think LA Knight could win.
Yeah. And it doesn't hurt Seth Rollins one bit.
I think 100% LA Knight could win.
Yeah.
And then that leads to the cash in later that night.
This is
what Goldberg. I like Drew McIntyre's back.
I do too.
TV's just better with Drew McIntyre.
It is. He's really honed in on what makes that character tick over the last year plus, and this is a great way to reintroduce him.
And holy God, do I really, and this might be a little controversial take, do I really, really like Solo Sikoa's group?
The name change is lazy as fuck, though.
I like him though.
That is it's.
What don't you like about it?
I don't. No, I'm not saying I dislike it at all. I'm just saying the name change is lazy as fuck.
Why do you say that?
Just, I just think that it is. It's just to add another Tonga to I don't know. That aside, that's just me bitching to bitch. I do like this group because this is. I like the idea of a mid-card bloodline. They tried way too hard to push Solo entirely too quickly when he was brought up as the enforcer, because he had been in NXT for maybe 3 or 4 months at that point, still North American champion. He was punching the heavy bag from the second that he got there. And it showed when they tried to make him the tribal chief, because we weren't buying into it here. But you put them in a feud, or put them in, have them involved with the U.S. championship, a step down, and let him grow into this boss that can break into the main event scene. Sure. All for that. I like this. I like this because then Jacob Fatu gets to work with Jimmy Uso, which gives him something to do on TV. And eventually, they're going to have to find a third person anyway, which gets us one step closer to the eventual Uso reunion. But Solo does not feel out of place here as leader of this group, because he's not trying to dethrone the guy that had an iron vice-like grip on the entire company for 4 years.
This could be a War Games. There's another Fatu out there. There's a bunch of them, actually. But there is one. There's a Zilla out there that you could add to the Usos and Jacobs team and go against these 4.
Yeah.
It's there. So I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it at all. I'd be happy with it. I like this group. I didn't think I'd like. Hikuleo's fine. I don't think he's going to move the needle much. But, as that big enforcer in that Solo Sikoa role, perfect. It really is.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm enjoying it way more than I thought I would, because I thought I'd be done with all the Samoan Dynasty stuff, but I'm here for it.
The thing is, whether we like it or not,
it's not going away.
Yeah, of course not. It's never going to go away, but I like it because the mission is not, we are trying to remain on top of WWE. That iteration has tumbled, the empire is dead, ashes to the ground, whatever. In its place rises a new one, which, again, totally good with. It's not like any of us were buying Solo as a future, or at least as a world champion within the next couple of years when he was trying to take over the bloodline. This is entirely different. This is a step back that lets him to kind of sink further into that character that he's got right now of, yes, he's a leader, yes, he's an enforcer, but there's also some humor and one-liners to it, and adding a little bit more of that human aspect to it. Love this. Solo ain't Roman Reigns. And that was the problem, was they were trying to make him the next.
Yeah, they were. And it didn't work. But if you let Solo have his personality like he has, it's great.
Yeah. It worked wonders for Jimmy.
Hey, it did. It worked wonders for Jay.
Yeah.
It's amazing when you just let guys be themselves. One last thing, as I was just watching a clip, it made me remember the SmackDown, the ring, the mat and everything. It gave me WCW vibes with that yellow logo in the middle.
Yep.
I was like,
for Heads of State.
Watching.
Because what's SmackDown without advertising Cena's new movie on Amazon Prime?
So I'm like, that's the Scope logo, that old WCW logo in the middle of the blue ring. I'm like, gosh, I should have just put yellow ropes on the bitch and call it a day. It'd have been great. You know, like fun.
Let's preview. Let's take a look at Monday Night Raw here. It is the go home before everything happening this weekend. So podcast that while you're getting the card up. Thank you to everybody that has joined us tonight. Again, you can find us on X and TikTok at Junkies Pod. You can like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod. But most importantly, we are 14 subscribers away from 500. We need your help to get there. Tell one person, spread the word of the Wrestling Junkies movement. We would love to have you in the chats Monday through Thursday nights at 6:30 Eastern.
All right. As my phone is being weird. But we have Seth Rollins taking on Penta one-on-one tonight. Okay.
One-on-one. I'm not complaining. That's your main event right there, I hope.
Becky Lynch has something to say tonight.
Because of course she does.
Roxanne takes on Kairi Sane.
Okay.
Braun takes on Sami Zayn.
Always fun when they get together. Yeah.
It is. As it even says here, another chapter in their rivalry. And then just announced about 7 minutes ago here, So breaking news here on the wrestling. Don't turn that thing on because it takes way too long.
No. Okay.
El Grande Americano returns to action tonight.
That was fast.
What was fast?
He's back.
He was on vacation. He didn't leave.
That's what they say.
What are you talking about? He was there last week. What are you talking about? What are you insinuating?
Nothing at all.
I feel like you say it. Say it with your chest.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
What was fast? He was there. He was literally there last week.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I don't like your attitude, but
I don't like yours.
It's okay because tomorrow, folks. Do you want to give background? No, we're not going to give any background.
Nope.
But folks, tomorrow you are in store for such a fun episode. MJB, I'll text you on the side. It won't be.
I don't. It's just stop. Okay.
It won't be that
whatever
long.
Happens tomorrow is what happens tomorrow.
It's
okay?
very simple.
That's a tomorrow. That's a tomorrow Eric issue. That's a tomorrow Eric issue.
What? Who's he? Ishii? No, that has nothing to do with Ishii. It does involve one of your favorite wrestlers.
Thank you so much for joining us. That's the podcast, Dad. I am Mr. Cincinnati. This has been the Wrestling Junkies podcast. Until tomorrow, enjoy the crack.